Hello again, new teachers from Red River Valley School Division, and my name is Dennis, your technology coach. Gmail, pretty straightforward. I think most of you probably used Gmail in the past, or if you haven't, it's going to be pretty straightforward for you. My screen probably looks a lot different than your screen. I have some themes populated in there, and just want to show you a few things that you can do to make your Gmail experience more, I don't know, happy, exciting, if you want to call it that, but make it more useful, productive, perhaps. Those are better words. Anyway, just a little bit of navigation. So on the left-hand side, now you may have this option here where they shows you this pop out. That's one option. To change that, if you want that solid, click on those three horizontal lines, and then that'll just remain there. Some people like it like that, and when you hover over it, it pops out. Totally up to you how you want to do it. But on the left-hand side, left-hand pane here is all the different mailboxes. These guys with little tabs here, those are ones that I've created, and I can drag emails into any one of those. I think they call them labels. Some people call them folders, whatever, different names for them. But those are designed so you can drag information in there. So if you have an email, you can drag, so for example, Brad, I can just drag his stuff right in there. Okay, you can also set it up so it automatically goes in. We won't cover that today, but just get a sense that you can create those. How you create those filters is way down at the bottom. Unfortunately, this picture is in the way here, but you can see where it says create new label right at the very bottom here, and then you can just put in whatever you want. You can new label, and this nest means you can put labels within labels. You can also do that, and you just hit create button, and it'll show up. Now it'll be hard. Let's see if I can find it here. See if I can find new label is they're alphabetical, I believe. Unless it's right at the very top. Oh, there it is, right at the very top. And these things we can you can give it a color if you want, that kind of thing. Okay, and then you can just drag your information into that if you so desire. So that's one thing you do to organize your email a little bit. You'll notice that I have unread comes up first and everything else floats to the bottom, or the unread floats to the top and then everything else goes to the bottom. I'll show you how to do some of those things as well. On the right-hand side, we have Meet. Some of you might have your Meet located where my picture is, but you can drag those around however you wish. Okay, we won't get into Google Meet just yet. That's a whole nother video altogether, but we will talk about that in a later video. Okay, so let's look at the settings. That's probably more important. Let's get into the settings here. That's the gear top right-hand corner. By the way, if you're wondering how we got into Gmail, that's also important. That's under your waffle. Remember, waffle, you just hit the Gmail and away you go. Okay, so in the settings, they got something called quick settings, which is really nice. These are all available to you. These are all personal preference. You can set it up however you want. You can change them anytime you want. So density is just how compact the emails are. You can try those out. Themes, you can see these are, I have a theme in the background here. I think it's this one right here. In fact, if I click on the green, the grass, it'll switch it over, and it just doesn't take long at all, and bam, you're in. This is the regular theme, I think. It looks like that, so that's probably the default. This one's pretty cool. They got all sorts of different types of themes, and it automatically adjusts the colors of your emails, so of your text, so it's easier to read. Where to go? I like the mount one. There we go. Okay, so and then the unread first. Here's that little button. Clicked it, so it pops the unread. You can play with that, see what you think. You can put in multiple inboxes if you want. I haven't played with a lot of these things, but you can try those out. Okay, so that's where your settings are. Let's go into all settings and take a look at what we got in all settings. I'm just under the general. And you can see there's a whole, I'll point out a few here that we can talk about. And this is the one right here, maximum page 100 conversations. I like the undo send. What it'll do is if you write an email, send it, and you forgot to add something, or maybe you're upset with somebody and you put something in there you shouldn't have put in there, you can unsend it. Oh, you have 30 seconds. It has different options there. It goes to 5, 10, 20, 30. So the other one that's people always ask about, and these are all, you can turn these on or off, is the signature. That's right down in here. Here's the signature. So what you do is you create a new signature. I happen to call it my signature, and then you can type in what you want to show up here. Okay, I got some links in there to things to my website and so on, but you can put that in there. If you have any questions, again, you please contact me. And at any time you make a change, you always go down the bottom and hit the Save Changes. So there's lots of information. I don't want to overwhelm you, but the general one is a really good spot to look, and if you have to change some of your settings there. Okay, let's talk about composing. This is a fairly important part. I'm just going to go close that off, go back in the inbox. The composing piece, there's a lot to this that I would like to share with you. So we have Red River Valley School Division has pre-made groups made. So for example, if I go to St. Malo School, see if I can get that to work here, St. Malo, there we go. So these are all St. Malo School groups. So you can see here that I have, this is all staff, this is support staff, this is teachers, and this is admin. And if you hover over them, it'll show you who's in that particular group. So these are all the staff members. If you can't see them all, you can click on that and it'll open up to all your, hopefully this video follows along, and it'll show you all the different members of that particular group. Hopefully that makes sense to you. There I go, I'm back. So that's the St. Malo group. So that's kind of a neat feature as well. And if you can't remember the name of somebody, you can start typing their first name. There I am. I can click my name and it automatically populates that for you. Okay, so that's a nice feature. There are many other features in in Gmail. I'm not going to go into great detail, but you can see a lot of the things. You can attach files, you can put in links, even has emoticons there, and you put in pictures and so on. Okay. All right, so again, if you have any questions, please contact me if you need some help with some of that. Answering emails. This is something I want to share with you because it might save you a lot of time. We talked about the labels on the side, so if you want to drag it over, you can for safekeeping. But for example, if you hover over any one of these emails, you can see it here. You always have 4 icons. So if you know for a fact that you're not going to read this, like this TELUS Business, I'm not going to read that. I'm just going to delete that sucker. I'm just going to get rid of it. Archive, what that means, I'm not going to archive this one because I want to read through it. This one I will archive. So archive basically means it goes into all mail, and I'll show you where that is. It doesn't delete it, just gets it out of your inbox and goes into all mail. I'll show you that very shortly, which I'll do it now. So all mail is located right here, all mail. If you click on that, all your mail shows up. Okay. The last one here is mark as read. So what that'll do is, I'm going to do this one, mark as read. When you click on it, it'll say that you've read it, and it pops it down to the everything else. And then the last one is the snooze. This is nice. So if the snooze button, you click on it, and then you can actually it'll get rid of it'll take it out of your inbox, but put it back in at a later date or a later time, and then you can pick that time right here. So that's I use this one quite a bit. Okay, so I think that's it for Gmail. I know that we're just scratching the surface, but if you have any questions about Gmail, please contact me. All right, have a great day. We'll see you in the next video.